Hello, happy April. It's finally here. For those of you who are in the northeast of the United States, April 1st, we start to feel like, okay, we can get through with the winter. For those of you who don't like winter. April just brings flowers. April brings sunshine. April brings me personally more energy, more inspiration most of the time. The last 2 years, I have felt very dormant in my inspiration space. I've just felt like, cool, now I'm going to do nothing because the world's shutting down, so I'm going to shut down. And a lot of you, I feel, have done the same way, whether literally, like my business actually shut down, or figuratively, where we just sort of like start to go inward, slow down, take into account who and what is meaningful to you and act accordingly. And now it's been about 2 years and I'm starting to get that sense of, okay, I want to get back into the world in a way that feels really good and authentic for myself. And in that, there's still a lot of like gray areas. So if you're feeling like, what am I doing with myself? What do I really want? Where am I going? What am I doing all this for? You're exactly in the right spot. That's where we should be in our, or not should be, there's no should be, but if you're feeling that way of sort of like, I know that I'm ready, but I don't know what I'm ready for, it's okay. It's starting to percolate. Just like all of the buds are coming into the trees and all of the flowers are growing, all my bulbs are coming up in my front yard. Just like us, we're starting to emerge again. And I want you to emerge slowly and mindfully, holding on to whatever you can listen to, because life doesn't allow us to always listen to every single thing we want to do. But whatever you can hold on to that's important to you from within, activate that. Make sure you stay true to yourself, to your values, to your morals, to what feels right for you, even if you don't think that means it's right for everyone else around you. Just emerge slowly and softly. And I am starting to feel like, okay, I'm having inspiration. I'm wanting to be out in public forums more again and all of that stuff. So it's good. But wherever you are at, just notice where you're at. Don't try to make yourself be in any particular place, and just allow yourself to just be wherever you're at. In April, I have a lot of events coming up because I personally am feeling this inspiration. I have in-person galleries. I have a fundraising gallery on April 7th in Valley Central. I have an in-person gallery at the Hudson Valley Arts Live again on April 23rd. That's a Saturday night. And then I have my retreat day at the Culinary Institute of America. This is where the morning portion is a gallery. So you can just attend the gallery and that's it. Or you can break for lunch and then we come back and we're going to do a workshop on how you can connect yourselves with your loved ones. So a very practical person approach on how do we connect to our loved ones. And in between those two events, I'll do a book signing as well. So I'm back in person to teach and I'm really excited about that. That's Sunday, April 24th. And for the first 35 people who sign up, we will enter your name into a drawing to receive a free one-on-one session with me. You can do a mediumship session with me. You can do an insight guidance, also known as intuitive coaching session with me. Totally your choice, what you want. So register now so you can be part of the first 35 people. To do that, there's links in this email. Then in May, I'm starting mediumship Mondays in May. So for 3 weeks in May on Zoom, so this is open to all of you around the world, on Monday nights, I'm going to do a live Zoom class, which is recorded. So if our time zones are off, I will be getting into your time zone, I promise. So that's in May. And then in June, I will be starting a grief group. And it's I don't know what to call it quite yet. So that hasn't come to bloom within myself yet, but essentially it's more of a spiritual grief group. It's not about let's talk about our grief and all the reasons why we have grief. And grief does not mean that we are grieving the death of a loved one, although that's part of it, but we could be grieving the death of our former world. We could be grieving the death of an identity, the death of a divorce or a marriage, or death of a relationship, an identity, death in any loss in any form. So that'll be in June as well. And along the way, there'll be lots more retreats and workshops. Share with me what you would love to see. Share with me places around the globe that you would love to do a workshop with me. Help me, share with me. So happy April. Here's to newness percolating up from within all of us, honoring wherever you are at. Go slow, stay true to yourself, and I hope I see you at one of these events soon. Happy April, everyone.